Let us begin this class with the bell. Yeah. And letting that give us a sense of clarity for our practice. So whatever we're feeling, wherever we're at in this moment, a sense of clarity that we're coming to. Okay. So starting seated. Let's just rest the hands either in the lap or on the knees. Sometimes when you rest your hands on the knees, it's nice to make a little mudra, connecting the thumb and the first finger. And most importantly, sit up tall, lifting the chest, lifting from the sternum. As you lift the chest, you'll feel just the shoulders can sit back, and notice how that's just, this whole area starts to open up, the neck gets nice and long. Thinking about, when I say make the neck longer, some people tend to lift the chin, but you want to do the opposite. You want to feel that you're tucking the chin in slightly and lifting the back of the neck. And this really engages. You'll feel that engages in the middle back, maybe in the ribs there a little bit. And this whole waist gets longer. So dropping the shoulders down, lifting the sternum, opening this whole chest area, tucking the chin in, feeling the back of the neck lengthen the upper part of the spine. Just close your eyes for a second and just feel yourself seated on the ground. Feel the connection with the ground. Feel the ground beneath you. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth audibly. Just let it all go. Whatever's brought you to this point of the day and time and space, just see if we can start to become a little more present. The more present we can become, the more we can really appreciate and enjoy the practice. And this will increase during the session. So if now you just don't feel you're present, the mind is busy, just accept that and allow that just slowly to happen. It's not always immediate. But our intention is to be present. This is the important thing. So let's interlink the fingers and stretch up. Push the hands up to the ceiling, making sure the arms are back away. Here's Tam. Either up by the ears or even back slightly, so they're not in front of your face. We're working towards getting those arms right up by the ears and almost out of our sight. We have to look around to see them. That's a good indicator. They're just about in the peripheral vision. So you feel the whole of the front of the body getting nice and long, and breathe with this. Breathing in, lifting up through the hands, but keep the shoulders down. Breathing out, just feel that expansiveness. One more breath in. And the out breath, also through the nostrils, lower the hands down to the ground. Let's bring the right hand to the left shoulder and sweep down to the right hip, sweep right off. We're just connecting up, repatterning the energy. 2 and 3. Energy can get a little bit stale and stilted sometimes. So the left hand goes to the right shoulder, and these diagonals connecting up the sides of the body, I think for me really work like magic. They kind of just create a little bit of a buzz there in the energy. Lift the shoulders up, squeeze. Release all that tension that might have gathered up in the shoulders and the neck, and out through the mouth. Yeah. And again, breathing in. Instant refreshers these are, these little shrugs, and out through the mouth. Let's make the last one. Really squeeze those shoulders right up by the ears, like you're going to pop your head off, and out through the mouth. Good. Let's roll the shoulders back. We'll just do that a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. And let's actually, to get into that a bit more, let's take the fingertips to the shoulders. This is a great way of opening up the shoulders as well. So as you breathe in, bring the elbows, the points of the elbows, together in front of the body. Breathing out. Breathing in, lifting up the elbows, and see if you can get those elbows right back, as far back behind you as you can, and down low. So we're making these circles as big as we possibly can. Breathing in, so that's expanding the chest, the elbows come up, and as you breathe out, the elbows are coming down, you feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. So we're really exercising our wings, kind of like we're making little wings here with the arms. So enjoy that feeling of even lifting up the chest and opening the front of the body as you breathe in, breathing out. So you can just exaggerate that movement a little bit. Let the body just go with that movement. So you can let your back open up, Maybe have a slight back bend as you take the shoulders and the elbows back, and even have a slight curve of the back as you bring the elbows forward. If you want to exaggerate that, it feels nice to do that. And all those hours sat at the laptop, driving, or doing those things that we do that kind of decreases our openness of our chest are going to be counterbalanced. So let's bring the elbows forwards now. Big circle with the elbow points, breathing out as the elbows come to the floor, breathing in as they lift up. You're feeling this. I'm feeling this really in my rib cage a lot. Feel that's opening up. It's feeling a bit more energized. When we move with the breath and move very mindfully, it's amazing how much energy is available to us. So just let the hands drop down. And then we're just going to bring the right hand onto the left knee and the left hand behind us for our twists, making sure you're not twisting already. And what tendency is just to turn the head. We don't want to just turn the head. We don't want to just twist the neck. We want to twist the whole spine as much as possible. So we start off by lengthening. Lift the sternum, breathe in, shoulders down. Keep the head on top of the body, not forwards. And as you breathe out, feel the belly is coming around to the left. The left ribs are coming around. Breathe in again, lengthen. Now feel the left chest is coming around. Breathe in again, lengthen, shoulders down. Left shoulder is coming around behind you. Really lengthen the back of the neck. What happens? Notice what happens in your body. I feel that really a lot on the front of my waist when I lift the back of the neck. And feel my shoulders just sink away from that. There's a real integrity in this posture. We're really involved in what we're doing. Every out breath, you're just twisting a little deeper or moving into the space that the body is inviting you into. Inhale one more time, lengthen, feel the crown of the head go to the ceiling. And exhaling, slowly untwist to the front. Good. Just notice how that feels. It's good to have a little wriggle around. Right hand goes behind, either on the fingertips, or sometimes I find it easier to start with to have the fingers on the ground, but your whole palm might be down. But I like to sometimes push up off my fingers to help that lift and lengthen in the body. Left hand on the right knee, breathe in. Face forward to begin, lift the chest. Now feel the right ribs and the right belly is coming around. Keep looking forwards if you can. And then the right chest and the right shoulder, as well as going behind you, they're also dropping down away from your ears. And then turning the head, nose, the chin, the eyes are looking round to your right behind you. Every inhale, feel the back of the neck getting long. The crown of the head is reaching up to the ceiling. Feel the chest lifting, shoulders sinking down. Really enjoy that lengthening and that alignment. Good. One more breath in, lengthen. Exhaling, on twist to the front. See how that feels? Have a little wriggle around. It feels nice to get that spine a bit more lively. And let's take a bit of attention to the neck. So extend up the right hand and then take that right hand to the back of the neck. But it's kind of, the fingers are going around to the left side. So they're just below the ear there. Holding on to the neck there very nicely. Lifting that, elevating that right elbow. Just keep everything soft, but keep everything lifted as well. Breathe in. And now you can release all of that by just dropping the head down. Your eyes are looking down to the ground. And then finally, just to get a bit more length on the left side, we're just going to drop, well actually the nice way of looking at this is thinking about the nose pointing towards your left knee. So we're really getting a bit of length into the left side of the neck. Again, it's a very small, subtle thing, but how much tension is stored up in this area. And once we release that tension with real care and caution, it's amazing how much energy flow is created and how much more energized we feel. But breathing with this, there's nothing big to do here. We're just releasing the weight to the left side of the neck. Use the inhale to lift the head up, and breathing out, lower the right hand down. Just see how that feels. Very quick to make an impact, right? Breathing in, extend up to the left side, take that hand to the back of the neck, fingers going on the right side, just below that right ear, elbow pointing up to the ceiling. This arm is just hanging there, nice and easy. Breathe in, lift the chest. And now as you breathe out, just let the back relax, bring the chin down, let the head drop down. We're just softening everything. Letting the back of the neck relax, and then pointing the nose, so looking towards your right knee and pointing the nose towards your right knee. So we get a bit of ease coming into the right side of the neck, without any pushing or pulling, without any force, without, any spinning around. We're just doing this very mindfully and with the breath, of course. So breathe nice and deep and long, in and out through the nostrils. Use the next inhale to lift your head up. Release that arm. Notice how that feels. Just lift the chin so we get a bit of openness in the front of the throat there, dropping the shoulders away. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Bring the hands to the heart center, palms together, pressing evenly the palms together. Maybe touching the thumbs to the heart, just to remind ourselves of that open heart. Breathing in, let's open up the chest, fingers go back, arms are open wide, receptive and open quality. Breathing out, we bring the hands forward back to the heart center, and even dropping the gaze down to the fingertips. So we get really involved in this. Let's really exaggerate this. Lift the chin, open up the heart. How does that feel? That may feel quite challenging. It may feel challenging physically. It might feel challenging emotionally. Sometimes, we do these movements and they kind of open things up, open up certain channels. So feel free, to really explore and experience what's happening there. Fingers go right back, inhaling, opening up, exhaling, coming back inside. So big, open. It's kind of, if this was a season, this would be summer, out there, big, open, dynamic. And in this way, this is more interior, more wintry. And this is why sometimes for some people, summer can be very challenging. We love the sun, most of us. If it's the right amount, we'll have a very particular degrees that we like. But it can be challenging, this on a big, high energy, high expectation, so we need to get that bit of balance in there. And bring the hands back to the heart center. Just let yourself feel into that heart. And then drop the hands to the knees. I'm going to come into these little circles. So again, lengthen, a little reminder, lengthen by lifting the chest. Feel that front of the belly getting nice and extended. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you lean forwards. So the heart is going forwards. And then as you breathe in, you come back. And as you breathe out, you're coming forwards. This is out breath as you lean forward, squeezing the breath out. In breath as you lean back. Just feel how that's impacting. Try and keep those sitting bones down. So we're really getting into the lower back, the lumbar region, into the pelvis, the hips. Everything is kind of getting a little bit of a warm here, a little bit of engagement. And when you do this with the breath, it's absolutely, it's so much more impacting. Breathing out. And also keeps our focus of attention on what we're doing. When we really connect to our breath, it brings us into the body, brings us into communication with our body. And come back to center. Again, remind yourself to lengthen up, breathe in. See how much more length there is, how much taller you can be. And breathing out, leaning forwards. And then coming around, about to the back as you breathe in, breathing out for that side of the circle, breathing in as you lean back, that part of the circle. Because we're making a big circle here. Breathing out. Try and keep that integrity of the spine. We're not bending in the spine. We're pivoting on the base of the spine, in a way. That's the kind of image I have in my head. Breathing out fully. Breathing in. One more time. And then round to the center. Okay. Let's come into our lion. So extend or spread our legs out. Not too strongly. Just so it's a comfortable distance, but spread out. And you might want to sit on a cushion there. For some of you, that might be necessary. Or just lift yourself up on your fingers and sit back. Okay. So lion, you can either have your claws coming forwards onto the ground, you want to get that feeling of ground, or out to the sides if you want to get that powerful gesture, all the limbs extending, and even extend your toes as well. So we start off here with the hands at the heart center, breathe in. And on the out breath, it's all a big roar, so it's like this. Or, so the tongue comes out, the rasping sound, the eyes are really, really wide, and it's a strong gesture with these claws, if you like, okay? Or claws come down on the ground. So let's do this a few times, breathing in. Good. Gather yourself up, breathe in that fresh new energy, and self-expression. Get that rasping sound in the front. I'm going to do one with the claws on the ground. Breathing in. Good. Wow, so nice to just release some of that tension. Let's come into All fours. So hands, so the fingers spread wide. Soften the elbows to get a nice bit of movement, a bit of flow. We're going to do a bit of a freestyle cat here, or I sometimes call this disco cat, but it's a great way just to release tension and to get into your body fully embodied. Spread the fingers wide, look at the hands, keep the elbows soft so the rest of the body can join in, the neck and the shoulders. So we're going to imagine we've got a little tail, or it could be a big tail, and we're going to take it in a circle. So imagine that on the base of your spine where you would have a tail, we've got a tiny one, there's a beautiful tail. I don't know what kind of tail. Maybe it's a fox's tail, maybe it's a squirrel's tail, maybe it's an imaginary fluffy pink tail. I don't know what kind of tail, but you can decide for yourself. You can even do this with your eyes closed. And we're starting off by just drawing a big circle with that tail. And making that bigger and bigger. And as you start to feel into that movement and make it really big, and you can start to feel the rest of the back starting to go with that. So you're kind of opening up the sides and opening up the back. And you also might start to feel that your elbows want to start bending and the arms want to start kind of, your chest is coming lower to the floor. So we really get lots of fluidity in the whole back. And then, of course, what's attached to your back is your head and your neck. So that might want to move, but moving really slowly with your breath, breathing in and out through nostrils. And you might even want to sit back a little bit. You might want to get the thighs a little bit involved. It's up to you. Where does your body take you? But I really would suggest, or try, closing your eyes so you can feel the movement much more fully. And let's come back to stillness. So slowly circle back to stillness. Take a moment there. Breathe in through nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. But let's just sit back on your back up to kneeling, or sit wherever comfortably. We'll just loosen up the wrists because they've been on the ground a little while. So just rotate the wrists in one direction and the other, just to loosen them up a little bit. And then maybe even like clenching the hands together just to free up the fingers. Going one way interlaced and the other way interlaced. So I feel re-energized now. Back onto the all fours. And we'll go the opposite direction. So the direction you naturally would go to, for me it's kind of clockwise. It's the other way. And we start small maybe, just feeling into that circle. Don't forget to keep the elbows bendy. Free up the shoulders. So just get into that big circling motion. It might not be very, a perfect circle. There might be a few areas that are a little bit stiff. But just go with your breath and enjoy the movement. Close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, you can always try it and see how it feels. Or how to soften your gaze so you're really feeling into the body, feeling the ground beneath your hands and your knees, feet are flat behind, and just enjoying your breath in your chest and in your belly. Where does the breath go into your shoulders, into the hips? Enjoy. And come to a stillness. Maybe you might notice that slight sense of spiraling still. Then sit back into the heels, extend the arms out forwards, bring them forward to the ground. Good, and just rest there. Enjoy that forehead to the ground, that grounded feeling we're getting, that embodied. So really, I'm really guiding you and inviting you to get into this body. Get into this body, to feel it. So have a little rock side to side, just rocking the lower back side to side there. Have your knees as wide as they need to be. Your body might be between them there. Just have a little rock there. Breathe in through your nostrils and sigh out through your mouth. And in fact, just to release, if you've got tension in your mouth and jaw, a nice way of doing that is be breathing in through nostrils and then like a kind of horsey mouth there. Try them again, breathing in. With your head on the ground still. Good. So we're going to do a bit of moving breath still here. So come up to all fours with the hands, keep the hands where they are. So they're not on the tabletop, they're a bit more advanced. And breathing in to all fours, and then breathing out, let the hips come forward, take the chest forward, take the shoulders down away from the ears as much as possible. I have to bend my elbows to do that. Breathing in, lift up to all fours, and breathing out, sink back. Really imagine you're sending the sitting bones back to the wall behind you. Inhaling, lifting up. Use the inhale as your fuel, as your power. Breathing out, open the chest, shoulders back and down. You might even want to look up with your eyes and your chin. Breathing in and breathing out. Enjoy your body. Again, I invite you, if you want to try this with your closed eyes, see how it feels. Check your hands haven't started to, hunch up. Really keep those knuckles down, keep the fingers spread wide. Breathing in and breathing out. One more, breathing in and sit back into the heels. Okay, good. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Let's just come up to all fours, walk the hands forwards, come onto the front of the body. And let's just rest on the front of the body for a moment. Rest on one side of the head. If you prefer, you can make a little pillow with your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. Whichever you prefer. Take a little moment there. Breathe in strongly through the nostrils. And again, sigh out through the mouth. As you breathe in, really feel, where does the body expand? Where does it push against the ground? Just notice that. That's your breath. That's your embodied breath. That is your life force. This is just happening, but we're kind of exaggerating it a little bit to feel into it. And that stronger inhale, longer exhale really takes the body into a much more relaxed state. So hopefully that's starting to happen now. It takes a little bit of unwinding and unraveling sometimes. We'll come into a back bend here. So bring the forehead to the ground, bring the legs together. Back of the hands are on the ground now. Use the inhale to lift the nose, the chin, the chest, and lift the arms off the ground, and the hands are going back towards the back of the mat, and then lift the legs off the ground. So we're in this lovely kind of flying, like we're flying in the air position. Keep lifting the arms, keep lifting the legs. We're trying to get as much of the body off the ground as possible and keep breathing in and out. So breathing in and out through the nostrils. Keep lifting the chest. So we're really giving ourselves a good back bend. Moving within our own range, noticing how that feels. Where's the edge? Breathing in one more time, lower the arms down. Just slide the hands forward and just move whichever way feels best to you to come onto lying on your back. So you can roll onto your back, you can maneuver however feels the easiest way to do that. A couple more things here. Okay. Let's just bring the knees into the chest, hug the knees. We'll draw a circle with the knees. So actually we'll place one hand on top of each kneecap and we'll take a big circle around. Breathing in, take the knees away. Breathing out, draw the knees right into the chest. You'll notice the tailbone comes off the floor. So we're just getting into this lower back. Breathing in as you take the knees away. Breathing out as you squeeze the breath out. So we can do this. And you can also do this without the hands. If you want to try that, see how that feels. It can feel a little bit more impacting. So you can try either or. Breathing in and breathing out. Also, if you're doing it without the hands, you have the option of going a little bit further away with the knees, making that circle a bit bigger, which can be slightly more challenging. So do what feels good to you. And we'll just come to a stillness and then change direction, just so we've gone both sides, both ways. And this is easing out tensions in that very, there's lots of things going on in the lumbar region. It's the biggest junction. It's this big junction in the body. The back, between some of the biggest parts of the body, the legs and the back. And we've got the hips and the pelvis and everything going on there. So it's a lot. There's a lot of power, but there's also a lot of vulnerability around this area. You can often end up holding a lot of emotional stuff in this area, particularly in the lower back. So it's not always mechanical, just mechanical. Let's extend the legs and arms up to the ceiling. Push the heels up and draw the toes towards you, so give your backs of your legs a nice extension. And let's just rotate the wrists and ankles all at the same time. Just enjoy that bit of ease. I mean, if you have to hold your legs up in your air for a long time, it's not so easy. But at the beginning, it's a bit of ease that it brings into the legs, which is really enjoyable, that kind of refreshment. And if you ever want to get very quickly into relaxation, or you've had a very busy day or been in your feet all day, just get your legs up against the wall, lie on the ground or lie on, whatever you want to lie on. Get your legs up against the wall instantly. You're going to just go, oh, it's a real quick fix. Nice quick fix to do. Very, very easeful. Rocking side to side. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Let's just, last little couple of things. Bring the hands to the ground. either side. And we'll just move and breathe. So the feet are hips width apart, they're close to the buttocks, a little moving bridge here. As you breathe in, you're going to lift the hips up, open up the front of the body, push into the hands and the feet. And as you breathe out, you're going to roll the spine down, from the top of the spine down to the base of the spine. Try and keep that equidistance between the knees, so you have to use your thighs to do that. And also, I know some of you definitely like this variation, find it easier, so you have the choice if you want to. On the inhale, lift the arms up, let them land on the ground above you, and as you breathe out, with this one you have to try and really coordinate the movement of the arms with the back, so that when the back lands, the hands land at the same time. So what happens is your arms have to move a little bit quicker than your back, and that gives your mind, definitely gives your mind something to focus on. Keep that chin tucked in tightly to the chest. So you can choose, you don't have to do these arm lifts if you don't want to. It's quite nice to actually, again, moving the arms is a nice connection to the breath, another double connection to the breath, and also takes us into a really easeful state, I find. Opening the front of the body. And let's just lower the back down, slowly roll it down. Let's counterpose, hugging the knees. Rock again, a little bit of a rock. Just ease out any last bits of tension that are there. We're just coming to a close now. And to really do that, let's just put the feet on the ground a bit further away from the buttocks now. Let's take them wide, maybe as wide as the mat. Arms out to the sides. One of my favourite things to do is lying twists. So if you are thinking about starting your own practice, this is a great way to start. Lie on the mat, on the ground, and just do a lying twist. Do this at the end of the day, it really feels good. Breathe in. On the out breath, let the knees fall down to the right and the head goes over to the left. Use the inhale to lift the knees and head to center. Exhale, slowly lower the knees down to the left, head goes over to the right. So we're breathing in and out through the nostrils, maintaining our energy, the subtle energy, the prana. And just slowing the breath down. So we're moving with our breath. The head's going in one direction, knees going in the other direction. Breathing in to lift the head and the knees to center. Breathing out. Really let the knees go right down. The head looks right in the opposite direction. Breathe out fully. So you move in time with your breath. And if you can slow your breath down. And the number one way to slow and deepen the breath is to extend the out breath. This is the key piece of information. If we extend the out breath, we immediately go into a more relaxed state. It's as simple as that. So rather than trying to take deep breaths when you're feeling a little bit stressed or anxious, much, much, much better to focus on breathing out and extending the out breath. Immediately, you're going to have an impact there. Good. So bring your knees to center, slide the legs away. We're going to come into Shavasana. Let the arms be out to the sides. Put some space between your ankles, feet out to the side. Just maybe just lift the chest and place it down. And let your body just start to settle down. If there's anything else you feel that you need to do, you might feel like, oh, I just need one last little bit of a rock and roll in the spine, then just feel free to do that. Otherwise, we're going to move into our Yoga Nidra now. Moving slowly into that. So let yourself settle. If you need to do anything like get a small cushion for underneath, a folded blanket or small cushion, for some of you might need that for the position of your neck. Or some of you might want to put a pillow underneath your knees so it gives you a more comfortable back position. But we're going to just come into a stillness now for our Yoga Nidra. Okay. So take a few moments just to settle, feel at ease. And before we go into the Yoga Nidra, just noticing the present moment where you are, time of day, your environment. Just notice that present moment and just gradually start to allow yourself to become still. Maybe take a few long exhales out through the mouth just to settle yourself even deeper. If you still feel there's something to be released, breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Now just let your breath settle. Allow the body to become still and quiet. Feel the ground beneath your body. Feel the earth supporting you and holding you, keeping you safe. And know that you are safe and secure for the practice of Yoga Nidra. So become still now with no more physical movements, just allowing your body to settle, trusting your body to do what it needs to do, which is relax. It's very good at that. Feeling the whole body and becoming aware of the whole body lying on the floor. There's no part of the body that is suppressed. It's whole body awareness. Whole body awareness. Feel the whole body, the arms and legs, long and heavy on the ground. The back relaxing and softening into the ground. The back of the head softening. Just feel you're letting go of all that usual chatter of the mind and instead bringing your focus of attention to the voice. So the practice of Yoga Nidra, you simply listen to my voice and I will guide you through the practice the whole time and give you very clear instructions. At this point, before we go into the actual practice, just make yourself that intention of I am awake, I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra, I'm not going to sleep, I will not sleep, I'm going to practice Yoga Nidra. So your body will go to sleep, but your mind will be very clear. This is the idea. So this is why your mind has to focus on my voice. And I will completely, hopefully occupy that mind during the practice. So we will go into a rotation of consciousness where I'll guide you around the body with my voice. And all you do is bring your point of your attention to that particular body part. And if you want to, sometimes people like to actually repeat the body part inside their head. And then after that, there'll be some recreation of sensation, some breathing practice, and then we'll go into some visualizations. And don't worry if visualizing things isn't something that comes easily, because you can always feel or just listen to the images as they're described. The main thing is keeping in a feeling space and a listening space. That's the qualities we really want to use in Yoga Nidra. The yoga of sleep, psychic sleep. So become aware of the breath and the breathing process. The body is breathing. Feel the breath. Follow the breathing process without interfering with the breathing process, just allowing it to be as it is. Breath is coming in and out through the nostrils, belly rising and falling, chest rising and falling. Breath awareness. Watch the breath and let it be as it is, coming in and out of the body, taking care of itself. So as the body is starting to relax a little and become still and quiet, bring to mind your sankalpa. And the sankalpa is the decision you make at the beginning of the Yoga Nidra practice. And it's like an intention or an affirmation. It acts as a seed that you plant in your mind, and which without a doubt will grow and manifest if you give it your attention. So at this point we're deciding what that sankalpa is, and later on in the practice I'll remind you to use that. So just get that sentence or phrase positively framed, something you want to work on, or just kind of clarify for yourself. And it could be a phrase or sentence that begins with something like I am, or I can, I will, or I have. So choose the words carefully, say it to yourself now a few times with meaning and clarity, so that it'll be ready for you later on in the practice. So we come now to the rotation of consciousness, and we start with the right side of the body. So bring your attention to the right side of the body. Bring your attention to the right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger,
little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, whole hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the waist, hip, thigh, knee, back of the knee, calf muscle, shin, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the left side of the body. Bring your attention to the left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, whole hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the waist, hip, thigh, knee, back of the knee, calf muscle, shin, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe. Bring your attention to the whole back of the body, the back of the body. Bring your attention to the right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the length of the spine, the base of the pelvis, right buttock, left buttock, whole back together. Bring your attention to the front of the body. Bring your attention to the top of the head. Bring your attention to the forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, the nose, right nostril, left nostril, the tip of the nose, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, chin, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, the sternum, right lower ribs, left lower ribs, abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, right side of the groin, left side of the groin. You're practicing Yoga Nidra. Remain awake and alert. Bring your attention to the right foot, left foot, both feet together. Right knee, left knee, both knees together. Right buttock, left buttock, both buttocks together. right hip, left hip, both hips together. Right ribs, left ribs, both ribs together. Right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, both shoulder blades together. Right hand, left hand, both hands together. Right wrist, left wrist, both wrists together. Right elbow, left elbow, both elbows together. Right arm, left arm, both arms together. Right collarbone, left collarbone, both collarbones together. Right cheek, left cheek, both cheeks together. Right ear, left ear, both ears together. Right nostril, left nostril, both nostrils together. Right eye, left eye, both eyes together. Bring your attention to the whole body, to the whole of the right leg, whole of the left leg, whole of the right arm, whole of the left arm, whole of the back, whole of the front, whole of the head, back, front, and head together, whole body together, whole body together, whole body together. Bring your awareness to your breath. Follow the breath. Watch it coming in and out through the nostrils. Feel the breath moving and the body moving with the breath. Be aware of the quality of your breath. Is it smooth and even or jagged and uneven? Just noticing and watching the breath without getting too involved. Simple breath awareness. Detached awareness, following the breath. Breath coming in and breath going out. Be aware of respiration itself. Feel the air inside the body and the air outside the body. Awareness of breathing. Now bring your awareness to the following sensations. Become aware of heaviness. Experience heaviness in the whole body. Feel the body's weight against the floor. It's getting heavier. Awaken the feeling of heaviness, the capacity to feel heavy. Feel the weight is increasing. Feel the whole body is heavy. Heavy body. Experience of heaviness in the whole body. Heaviness all over. Heaviness in the whole body. Become aware of lightness. Light hands, light feet, light head, light arms, light legs, Experience lightness all over. Very light body. Your body is very light. You feel light like air, or lighter than air. Experience the spinal cord. Feel the spinal cord is almost weightless. Feel the brain is weightless. The whole body is light. Awaken the feeling of lightness in the entire body. A light body all over. Weightlessness. Weightlessness in the whole body. Feeling light. Feeling like you are barely touching the floor. So light you are. Become aware of heat. Feel a heat wave. Immediately you feel a slight perspiration all over the skin of your body, like you are lying on a hot beach, on hot sand, and the sun is shining down. You feel hot. Feel how hot the body is becoming. Feel heat in the arms, heat in the cheeks, heat in the legs, in the feet, in the hands. Feel heat in the navel area. Feel the sun is shining in the navel. Heat is spreading throughout the body from the navel. The whole body feels hot inside and hot outside. Whole body is hot. Become aware of cold. Experience cold in the palms of the feet, the soles of the feet, the palms of the hands, the top of the head. Feel cold all over, freezing cold. The experience of cold in the whole body, like lying outside in the winter with a frosty wind blowing. Appreciate this experience, accept it, and investigate it. Feel the cold, accept it, and let it go to the marrow of your bones, feeling how it feels. Feeling cold, accepting the experience of cold, letting go and feeling it. Cold in the entire body. Become aware of pain, the experience of pain, mental or physical, any pain, anywhere. Maybe remember a pain, or maybe you suffer from a pain. Call the pain forth, go into it, and feel it for real. Allow yourself the experience of pain. Go into it, feel it, and accept it. Call forth the pain. Feeling of pain. A real feeling of pain. Become aware of pleasure, the feeling of pleasure, and allow the feeling to deepen, coming closer to a real feeling of happiness and contentment. Remember a time when you were happy, or feel it right now. Awaken the feeling of happiness, happiness and contentment, deepening more and more. A state of carefree being. Carry it within you. You are the source, and it shines forth from you. In all your thoughts, and actions, this feeling of happiness and contentment. Feel yourself lying and resting in yourself. Feel your independent, creative, and lovable self. A feeling of happiness and contentment. Now, with your imagination, inner vision, bring your attention to the following images and pictures. A sunrise over the sea on a South Sea island. A blue lagoon. A white beach with palm trees. Birds flying in the air. The sun rising over the horizon. A path of light reflected on the water's surface. The sky becoming lighter and lighter. A landscape at noon, sitting under a tree in the shade. Cows lying chewing their cud. A lark is singing high in the sky. A horse is racing across a field, followed by its colt. Sheep are grazing on a hill. A small farm. Hens picking grains off the ground. A cat lying stretched out in the sunshine. A path through tall trees in a forest. Sunlight between leaves of the trees. Sunlight hitting the undergrowth of the forest. A tiny mouse crawling on the ground. An open glade in the forest where the sun is shining. A deer and her fawn are grazing. A solitary place in the forest. A little lake with very pure water. The leaves from last year at the bottom of the lake. In the clear surface of the lake, visualize your own reflection. A white water lily growing in the middle of the lake. Deeper in the forest, a dense part of the forest with tall, old trees. Sunlight breaking through the forest canopy. Blue sky above you. High up above the forest, an eagle is flying. The eagle's eye view. The tops of the trees. The landscape. Your whole life. A tall mountain. The tallest mountain you can think of. A whole mountain range with snow on the top. Sky growing darker as sun sets. Sitting together with others round a campfire. Looking into the flames. Sparks flying high up into the air. A bright campfire burning. Flames leaping and dying. Dreaming into the embers. The space around you. The space above this whole landscape. The space above the place you live. The space around the earth. The space of the universe. The space in which we live every day. The space inside yourself. Your mind. your body, the inner space, the space where you experience your dreams, your thoughts. This space that you are experiencing right now, the inner space where light moves within darkness. In the middle of that space, you may see a symbol of light and colour. A golden egg, a golden bird, a golden spider on a golden web, an old temple, a bell ringing, the fragrance of flowers, a burning candle, yourself lying in Yoga Nidra, your transparent body, your smoky body, your physical body, your brain. Experience yourself slowly lifting out of the physical body, this transparent body connected to the body with a golden thread. See your physical body from your transparent body, looking down on it from above. Your peaceful face looking healthy, strong, and content. Allow your transparent body now to come back into your physical body, pulled down with the golden thread. Feel your integrated self in your physical body, again from within. Go into the inside of your body, into the center of your very presence. Experience the presence, the witnessing awareness, the consciousness that lives through all this. Consciousness at rest in itself. Not the body, not the thoughts, not the emotions, not the sensations, not the will. Consciousness itself. Consciousness at rest in itself. And in the middle of this sense of self, this consciousness, bring to mind your sankalpa, the decision you made at the beginning of the Yoga Nidra. Bring that to mind. The same sentence of words. And repeat this sentence, repeat this resolution, this intention to yourself. Repeat it 3 times here. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Divasya Dimai Dio Yona Prashodaya. So feeling your body from the inside and feel your back touching the floor. and the heels touching the floor, and the arms and the legs. Feel the contact between the body and the floor. Feel your body. Feel your body. The whole body. In a moment, I will say Om, and then you'll be feeling wide awake and ready to enjoy the rest of the day and enter into the rest of your life with feeling, clarity, and energy. Om. Yoga Nidra is over. Hari Om Tat Sat. So just start to gradually move your hands and feet, arms and legs. Just come slowly, a slow transition back to the present. Take your time, take your time. Stretch out your arms and legs, maybe breathe a little deeper, take your time. Yeah, feel your body on the ground. Notice how you feel. Notice the impact of your efforts. Just feeling into your body and coming back to the present moment. So we're coming from that internal space back into the externalized space once more. You might want to give yourself a full stretch on the ground. You might want to hug your knees. Do whatever feels natural and good for you. Good. And if you're hugging the knees, you might want to roll onto your side. That's a nice way of coming back to seated. Slowly roll onto the side. Rest on your side for a moment. Or find the easiest way that you can just slowly move yourself up to seated. And gradually opening the eyes, just getting used to the time and the space, the light. Maybe the light's changed. Slow, easeful transition, so you can still kind of carry with you some of this relaxed and present state. Yeah. Good. So we'll just rub the body a little bit just to make sure we really are kind of back into this externalized space for a moment. And then we'll rub the hands together. We've made our own sankalpa, but this is a different kind of intention with that warmth and energy. Place it over the heart center. Close your eyes. And just bring to mind anybody who you feel you really want to send healing or loving or a message to. This person may be living or not living. And it could be more than one person. So you choose, bring them into your mind and into your heart space. And give it a smile and just send that loving, healing thought or feeling directly from your heart to theirs. Good. Okay. Namaste. Thank you very much for your practice. Well done, everybody. You made it.